I feel good about what I do on stage, and I'm a firm believer in you never really get to decide if you're funny or not.
Right.
People who are funnier than you get to tell you if you're funny, and people who have money get to pay you if they think you're funny.
The audience.
That's it. Yeah, and so I have a strange level of confidence when it comes to comedy that I do not have in literally any other aspect of my life.
You're really good, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. I don't, like, if you said, hey, Eric, we're doing a 1,200 seater right now. You're going to go do 30 to 60 minutes. I'd be like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
It just doesn't bother me. And I know I will have jitters. I'll be nervous. I'll be shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk on stage, I have whatever that thing is. But if you said, hey, Eric, you got to save a decent amount of money, I'm like, well, we're all fucked.
Now that you bring up the nervous thing, is that something that you've kind of worked your way into, like dealing with, like the comfort level with the crowd sizes, or
it's like
experience?
Yeah, it's just that thing of not quitting for that first year. You know what I mean? And taking every bad show you could do. I've done every bad show you could possibly do as a comedian. I've done every type of crowd. I've been assaulted on stage. I've had old ladies tell me to go fuck myself on New Year's Day. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna do to me that, you know? And again, the worst thing that's ever happened to me is gonna happen to me on stage. You know what I mean? And I've gotten crowds that shouldn't get me. You know what I mean? I've been proven wrong so many times by crowds. Like, whatever assumption I make about them when I walk in, I'm like, oh, they're not. This old Trump rally, they ain't gonna like me. Fucking love me, those people. We're just hanging out afterwards, having a great time. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
And so I can get along with every audience, and I think I can make what I talk about relatable to most people. And I really focus on not chopping audiences up. I think if you asked most people in North Carolina who the dirtiest comics in North Carolina are, I think I'd be on everybody's list. And the fact of the matter is, I'm not dirty.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Yeah.
I can work clean. I'm one of the only comics who can work really long, clean sets in the state.
And you're not offensive either. It's all mostly
dumb.
self-deprecating.
Sometimes everything I do is self-deprecating. Nobody else is the butt of my jokes. Sometimes it might be gross. I'm going to talk about poop, and you know what I mean? Poops.
It's always funny, though.
Yeah, I think so. Well, so now it's funny. Sometimes I do jokes out of spite. Now I have like a 12-minute. I would just go crazy for 12 minutes talking about shit in my pants. And it started because when that Alabama abortion stuff happened, everybody was coming to the open mics talking about it. And I was like, look, you're all stupid. None of you have great opinions on this. Leave it to smarter people. Nobody's coming to the open mic to make a political decision. Just stick to what's funny. Stick to fucking dick and fart jokes. And so I just started making shit noises into the mic. And I just did that for 2 minutes, and everybody starts laughing. And then every week I'm coming in with I would just do it. And it got funny, and then I just started talking about shit that's happened to me. Pun intended there. I just started talking about that. And it's funny, you know what I mean? And I've done that in front of crowds of people with ties and dresses on. They're wearing gowns, and I'm talking about shit in my pants, and they're dying laughing. You know what I mean? It's because everybody's shit themselves a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
I mean?
Yeah.
So
we were talking about this yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
2 days ago?
yeah. So I think it's like...
it's a human experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as the nerves thing, I also... I try not to chop my audiences up in any sections. The only thing I do, I tell a joke about this one set that happened when I made a Trump joke. And it's like, if you listen to the joke's not about Donald Trump. The joke's about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But someone who wants to be offended will hear the word. And it's one of the only things and it's just because I get a giggle out of it. That is the only reason I tell it. But every other joke, literally, I don't. So there were comics who told jokes, and they're like, white women this, black women that. I'm like, does it need to be a white woman? Like, think about it. Does it need to be? Does this person, this joke need to be black? If they don't need to be that thing, can they just be people?
Right.
Then everyone can laugh at the joke. If I sit there and I say, white women be dancing like this, and then if you're a white woman who actually dances like that, or you know a white woman who actually dances like that, you might not enjoy this joke. Now I just chopped this audience up into a smaller size of pie. You know what I mean? And so I just try not to chop anybody out. And also, every joke I tell is about me. Like, it's always, it's like, I'm fucked up in this way. Do you also do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you do, then let's go. And if you don't, let me tell you something about that weird friend you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then when I do the mental illness stuff, if I talk about anything really serious, I'm trying to, if you have that going on, let's relate about it and get a giggle out of it so that we're not doing it for nothing. And if you don't understand it, maybe I can give you some insight on how to handle someone who does have it and realize that there is a way you can talk about it where it's not just death all the time. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So.